2K8, 17, 16. Oh, they keep on going down. It's 2K16, and I think
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
But yeah, I am playing as the
Hello,
Suns.
everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports.
And
Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Portland Trail Blazers. For Portland, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Well, Damian Lillard will be on display tonight, and he's one of the most fearless scorers in the entire league. Kenny, what area do you see for Lillard to grow to take his team to the next level?
Devin Booker had 42 points.
I think he's such a great scorer that can't just be the only emphasis. I think when he is able to distribute.
Okay. He's debatable. Devin Booker should not be at 79. He's really good.
In the middle, 7 feet 1 inch.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball.
I can never win the jump.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. Last outing for Phoenix, they won that game against the Dallas Mavericks. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean,
hey, where's that foul, though?
On dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor.
Yeah, guys, brought to you by Gatorade.
Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Myers Leonard is out there with Aminu, and it's Plumlee in at the 5.
Man.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Let's get it over there up to Brooker. Brooker's got
on defense,
shot.
the Trailblazers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
3.
They owned the boards. They had both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Well, Greg, I think coming into the game, that's where they thought they had an advantage, and they did a great job exploiting.
McCollum, and the layup's good off the glass.
Come on, man.
McCollum's got his first bucket in this one.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His
small dude can dunk.
As a professional, but maybe as a collegian. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on.
So Booker can't dunk.
And it's
this
the
dude can.
Trailblazers with the ball.
It's kind of sad.
Following the score by Phoenix. Leonard, no luck.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
From 8. That one wide left.
Wow, it doesn't
back to
even show
Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his post game, I think he could even go higher. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Knight passes to Booker. It's tipped.
Not who
Only
got
with
past
the
the
steal.
team, but okay.
Lillard attacking. That puts them in the lead.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-mason strategy.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high-percentage shots in the paint here already.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
There's Lillard, Len with the block. This is to McCollum. Aminu with it, now guarded by Len. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Kicks it to McCollum. Fires from deep. The Trailblazers rebound. The Suns have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. A nice shot by Knight.
Oh, that should have been 3, my dude.
The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And Aminu kicks to Lillard. Baseline try. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they, Greg, played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot. And with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively.
Yeah, you know, as you said, Portland challenged every shot last season. They were a top 10 team in limiting opponents' shooting percentage. They were also best in the league in limiting three-pointers.
And the Suns here with a different look. Lure is checked in for Len. Mirza Teletovic comes in for T.J. Warren. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Booker. And it's Price in for Eric Bledsoe. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Harkless comes in for Leonard. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Krabs subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
There are a lot of different approaches on defense. Portland challenged shots and didn't make risky plays. They were last in turnovers forced last year, but overall, they had a strong defense.
Now, here's Tucker. He kicks to Price. Here's Knight.
Come on, Knight. You gotta make that, man.
That was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
And guys,
Who you got dunked on?
a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends.
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, you know, his reputation. But grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Now here's Lillard. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Offensive rebound.
Weird.
Free throws, drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no
I'll
choice
say
there.
they can.
He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for Mirza Teletovic. No free throws good from Lillard.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Out tonight. The dish to Lure. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And Tucker has it in the corner. Back to Price. To the inside. Here's Chandler. That's in, coming off an assist.
Finally. Jeez.
Chandler's got his first 2 points of the night.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early. It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
The baskets. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how important it is.
Okay, about Tyson.
Don't you need a player like this, Chandler's caliber and make that kind of a teamwork? You know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room because Chandler has got that covered.
And the first quarter is in the books.
I think that if you make him 3 and you're making another.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
On the floor for Portland, C.J. McCollum out there with Alan Crabb. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then there's Davis. And it's Leonard in at the 4. Aminu misses. Suns trail by 5. Here's Booker. No good with the triple.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
This one for 3.
Oh my gosh, Booker went under the 3.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
McCollum dishes to Davis. Grab the pass to Leonard. And it's Aminu in the corner. Feeds to Crabbe. Davis kicks to McCollum. The 17-footer goes down. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
So for the Suns, Len comes in for Chandler. And Mirza Teletovic subbed in for P.J. Tucker. And Portland with a change here, too.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, learn how to get the stinking ball.
The assist.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it.
Back-to-back threes for them. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or she'll give up points in a hurry.
Snatched away. And now the Suns, a fast break. Warren with the ball. And the basket
and one, baby. And one, baby.
On the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Phoenix shooting their first
way to tie it, way to tie it, baby.
Phoenix had
we ain't out of this game yet.
Break last year, so many losses for them on last-second shots. Late-game losses, Greg, buzzer beaters.
Yeah, it's sad if you're a Phoenix fan. How many times this team lost at the buzzer? Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 or by 5 points?
Come on, baby. We can't lose this. We can't lose this.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Booker dishes to Len. Teletovic in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's McCollum. So he gets the
where is the
2 shots coming up.
Green.
You know, trying to think back on all of the last-second losses for the Suns last year, guys.
Where even is the freaking foul? Okay.
The Grizzlies, Kings, and Warriors.
Booker's out or not.
You know what is worse for the Suns
might be
in last year's buzzer beaters? A lot of them were from big men. Griffin hits a 3, Cousins hits a deep 2. Big men hitting big shots against them. At least they know it can't be as bad this year.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Lillard attacking. Good D by Price. Phoenix has gotten gold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. That gives them the lead.
There we go, baby.
First bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Shoots from the line. Again, the miss by Lillard.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Plumlee, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
They just took charge.
Leonard gets it to go.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And one thing about Damian Lillard, for as much as he handles the ball, for as much as he pushes the action, he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, surprising for a young, aggressive point guard, but this guy plays wise beyond his years.
Shot's good.
Who blocks? Who blocks there? Why are they all up in there?
Defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon.
Can't even
They've
get off
given
his
up 3
shot.
straight buckets in the paint.
Aminu, the pass to Lillard. 50 seconds left here in the second. And that one's good. Price.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity.
Who is guarding him?
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Fires the three. And Warren with the basket on the
There we
assist.
go. I know that he can make it. But where the heck is everyone else?
The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Up off the screen. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed.
There we
and
go.
Perfectly executed.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
It's stolen. And now it's Knight running. He can go all the way. Here's Teletovic. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And a pretty tightly contested.
Gentlemen, I'm here with...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
That hurts.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just a...
Shut up. Okay. So our starters are going to be in, so that's good to know.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Really an extraordinary game for McCollum. 12 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
That's
Bledsoe
bucket.
down to the backcourt. Line out there with
So if I
Warren,
make this
and
one
it's
right now,
Booker
I
in at the
tied
small
up.
forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this
Need to
series.
let
They
go
were going to
faster.
drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
And up the court come the Suns on the break. The score now.
There we go, baby. There we go.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. That's 12 points for Damian Lillard.
Timeout.
And,
Let's
you know,
go.
just as you said, Portland
Let's go.
didn't have
Come
enough
on,
to
boys.
get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
The Suns making a switch here. Brewers check in. Suns keep it alive. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. Lamb's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And Lillard kicks to Plumlee. And it's good, assisting on the play.
Won't
with
even let me
Lillard.
be that player.
That's now 8 points.
Like my
for Mason
dude, they
Plumlee.
just got the ball. Let me
Plan of
become
attack
that player.
is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt.
There we go. That's
I mean,
one
that's
for
10
you,
straight
Brooker.
points now
Make
inside.
some.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's a 4-point
Go, baby.
Suns lead.
And how about the
Feel
last
it.
five
He got some ice coming in his
shots
veins.
have all been threes. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Bledsoe for 3. No luck.
Oh,
And
nice
it's
try,
Portland
nice
the
try.
other way.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists.
Boy, that was a 3.
Those were the good parts.
I will
but
take
for some
it.
reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
That bucket in no time at all. Booker's got 9 points in the quarter.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
McCollum, it's deflected. The 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm.
That shot was
to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record.
Plumlee with a screen on Knight. And here's McCollum for 3. Suns leading by 6. And Booker kicks to Bledsoe. Terrific assist. A nice finish.
Moises fell.
All around.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And one thing that Phoenix had for them last season was depth. A very good bench, and they provided a good scoring punch when called upon.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Lillard. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Well, Phoenix did have a strong bench, best scoring bench in the NBA in terms, Clark, of points per minute play.
Yeah, and you know, it really helped them, that bench strength, keep the pace of the game up. They were
I guess I see that one.
in fast break points last year.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
I thought we might see the defense
Oh my gosh,
at
my
halftime
dude.
to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Suns. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
The Suns leading, and Booker kicks to Bledsoe. Traps in the tray.
There we go.
Bledsoe's got 10 points in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense
man, that was a
practically
pack.
giving them those shots.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand in.
Teletovich's shot is good.
A lot of space
Perfect.
right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Lillard attacking. Count that one. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of a season. But the
How do
Blazers
you-
just seem to be, at least in the last
Why would
half
you
dozen
even-
years or so, hit very hard every year.
To tie. That one off the back iron and out. Suns shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Harkless with the steal.
Not even who I wanted to pass it to. And then it finally passes it to that
The
dude.
game now all time.
Like, what the heck?
Lillard's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
The shot is off.
That would have made me so mad if he just made that. Their ball started off.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Trailblazers shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Harkless is out there with Davis. Then there's Plumlee. Then it's Allen Crabbe. And it's McCollum in at the one spot. To the middle, puts up the baby hook. Here's Davis. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
The Suns shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Outside Knight to the inside. Plumlee with the steal.
I hate this game.
The Trailblazers on the break. Harkless with the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. And now we'll get a perspective.
Because it won't even pass it to who I want it to be
has
passed.
been going for the Trailblazers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break games. That's been equally as effective all night long. Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Aminu comes in for Maurice Harkless. Now here's McCollum, guarded by Bledsoe from 13, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard.
I feel like I want to miss the next one, but I really
guard
don't.
ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition.
Because I was like, if I don't miss it,
as the half
or if I did miss it, then that would make it to where
Brandon Knight, he'd really
I have
improved
a
his shooting
2
percentages
point
before the midseason trade last year, and that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark.
leading on a
earlier in his
3-point lead to
career.
where they had to
Not only
make
was the
3
shot going
points.
down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically. But now, to take the next step, he has to cut down.
Yo, Leonard?
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Aminu misses.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
If it was right on target, then why'd he miss?
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Crabbe dishes to McCollum. Here's Plumlee. Oh, that's blocked. Now, here's Warren. Knight. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
There we go.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Inside, here's Leonard. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Myers Leonard.
Lillard's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And on the
That was
topic
my
of
fault.
Brandon
I
Knight,
gave that one
you
away.
have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college, the kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
And Bledsoe, here we go. It falls for the 6th time in Sun
now it's
tries
going to
this
be going up
contest.
for the layups.
That's 86%.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts. That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish. You know, talking about Brandon Knight, part of the reason he's been traded so often is because teams are offering great prospects in return. Detroit dealt him for Brandon Jennings, and Milwaukee dealt him for Michael Carter Williams.
Inside. That's in.
There
That's
you go.
his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%.
Did you say
5
field
for
goal?
7.
Wrong sport. Like literally, we're playing basketball,
Time
not.
called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
You know what? I think he thinks he can
playing
make
football.
a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys,
that's a bucket.
way too
No
many
problem.
open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if
At
they
least you
got
got
the
the
message.
point, but still, how do you
And
miss
they
that?
haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly
okay.
seeing the effort.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Plumlee with the screen, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Plumlee. Kicks it out to Lillard. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now 24 points for Damian Lillard.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply.
There we go, baby.
Momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't.
How does it feel to let us know that we've secured the lead in the game, baby?
And that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. That one goes. Count it. That's 10 points for
Let's
Mason
go, baby.
Plumlee.
We got
I mean,
this.
you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Here's Len, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
And guys,
Wow,
this
calling
game won't be
another
close for
timeout.
long if
My
they keep
dudes, y'all
giving up
aren't doing
dunks
very good,
like
are
that.
y'all?
No, it won't, G. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points.
I see
mean,
what
it
they're
was
trying to
flashy,
do, but
no
it's
doubt,
not gonna
but still,
work.
It only counts
Because
for
how many
two.
timeouts do they have left?
Is all.
1.
1:16 left here in the fourth quarter.
That was not a simple rebound. He made it look easy, but he did a good job in bodying up his man.
That's
There we
good.
go, there we go.
Now it's a
Securing the
6-point
lead,
Suns
like
lead.
I
And
said.
it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
There we go, there we go. The assist
It's
coming
just
out.
what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Plumlee sets the pick for McCollum. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw
Okay, it's
line.
okay, it's
Try to
okay,
make it a
it's okay.
three-point play.
How about
Still
how
got
he
him down
sets
by
his man
5,
up
my
there,
dude.
runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're in front by 5. 36 seconds left in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul. 35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And what a tremendous game for Knight. He's got 19 points and 6 assists.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat.
Ooh, I heard that. I heard that. Do the 18? No, because that was clean.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Come on, Lynn.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6.
CJ McCollum.
We're already at the game. So.
And he is unable to get the second one. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Ooh, nice first.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Over to the left wing. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trail Blazers retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super
Guys, that's
defensive play.
game.
If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot.
That's his first personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
So the first one drops,
Boom.
and that will put them up by 9.
Let's just make that 10.
And Lure drops them both.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game
You know what?
out
Forget
of
it.
reach.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
No free throws good from Lillard. And the Suns ball time. They're in front by 8. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any
game.
last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Knight. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded. What are your thoughts, Shaq?
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Brandon Knight had his A game working for him tonight. He plays the game at a lightning fast pace, and we got a serious taste for that tonight. When he puts on those afterburners, forget about it. He's out of there.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Well, guys, this is going to be it for today. We'll see you on the next one, and peace.